Welcome to Netrush Report, your home for the rivalries, controversies, and emotional roller coasters that make tennis the most dramatic stage in the world. If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because here at Netrush Report, we don't just cover matches, we cover the human stories behind the scorelines. From retirements to comebacks, from shocking collapses to epic rivalries, we dive deep so you never miss the drama. Now, let's dive into 5 bold predictions for tennis in October 2025. Caroline Wozniacki is a name that defined an era of consistency, resilience, and heart. She wasn't the flashiest. She wasn't the most powerful. But her court coverage, determination, and never-say-die spirit made her one of the most respected players in the history of the game. In 2018, Wozniacki achieved her ultimate dream, winning the Australian Open. It wasn't just a title. It was the culmination of years of heartbreak, near misses, and constant questioning about whether she had what it took to be a Grand Slam champion. After retiring in 2020, citing both her battle with arthritis and her desire to start a family, Wozniacki shocked the world in 2023 when she announced a comeback. And to her credit, she wasn't just there to collect appearance fees. She reached the 4th round of the US Open in 2023 and 2024, proving she could still hang with the world's best. She even made a WTA 1000 quarterfinal in Indian Wells. But now, after giving birth to her 3rd child in July 2025, the question is simple. How much more can her body handle? By the time she steps on court again, she'll be 36. Her greatest weapon was always her legs, her movement, her ability to chase down balls that seemed impossible. But movement is the first thing that slips away. Like Angelique Kerber and Petra Kvitova, Wozniacki may return for one final lap, a goodbye tour of sorts. But don't expect it to last long. The prediction? She'll make her comeback, maybe play a handful of events in 2026, and then call it quits. This time, for good. And honestly, it feels right. Her story deserves closure. Not a slow fade, but a final bow. At 38 years old, Novak Djokovic refuses to fade quietly. His longevity has been nothing short of astonishing. In 2025, he's reached the semifinals of all 4 majors, won Geneva, and nearly added Miami. His only kryptonite? The 2 new kings of men's tennis, Carlos Alcaraz and Jannik Sinner. But here's the thing. In Shanghai, Alcaraz isn't playing. That leaves Djokovic with one main obstacle, Sinner, the defending champion. Djokovic has history on his side. He's won Shanghai 4 times, more than anyone else. In fact, no player has defended the Shanghai title since Djokovic himself did it in 2013. And this year, the stars might be aligning again. Djokovic has been so close, so often, only to fall just short against his younger rivals. But with Alcaraz gone, all he needs is one inspired performance against Sinner. Our prediction? Djokovic wins Shanghai. He lifts a 5th trophy there, proving once again that he's still the man to beat, even in a sport that keeps trying to move on from him. Coco Gauff is already a Grand Slam champion. She's the defending China Open winner. She's in the semifinals again in 2025, and she's done much of it without a full-time coach. That says everything about her maturity and talent. But Coco knows one thing. If she wants to dominate women's tennis, she has to fix her serve. That's where this prediction comes in. Enter Goran Ivanišević, the man who built a career on one of the best serves in tennis history. The coach who helped Novak Djokovic polish his serve during some of his most dominant seasons. Yes, Ivaniševic's post-Djokovic coaching record has been rocky. His time with Elena Rybakina and Stefanos Tsitsipas ended in chaos. But Gauff is different. She's respectful, she's grounded, and she thrives on structure. Imagine this. Gauff, one of the best athletes on the WTA Tour, pairing with Ivanišević to unlock a lethal first serve. If that partnership happens, it could be the single most important coaching move of her career. And our prediction? It happens in October. Gauff hires Ivanišević, and the tennis world takes notice. Carlos Alcaraz is the future. But right now, he's fragile. Just days ago, he won the Japan Open, while injured. He pushed through the pain, claimed the trophy, and then immediately pulled out of Shanghai. His next commitment? The 6 Kings Slam in Saudi Arabia. It's not just an exhibition. It's a blockbuster event with $6 million on the line. But here's the problem. Money means nothing if your season is on the line. Alcaraz has a comfortable lead in the year-end #1 race, but Sinner is closing in. The smart move for Alcaraz? Skip the Six Kings slam, heal properly, and make sure he's fit for the home stretch. This is where bold prediction turns into smart foresight. Alcaraz withdraws. He lets the exhibition go. Because if he doesn't, he risks something much bigger, his 2026 season. Naomi Osaka is back. After 2 years of struggling to regain form post-maternity, Osaka has finally started to look like her old self. A finalist in Canada, a semi-finalist at the US Open. Her game is firing again, but she still needs a title. At the China Open, she stumbled early. But Wuhan, that's where everything could click. Why? Timing. By the end of the season, players are tired, injured, and mentally drained. Osaka, however, is fresh, hungry, motivated. Wuhan is the perfect place for her to strike. Her biggest title since returning to the tour. And here's the kicker. A Wuhan title could also put her in the running for the WTA Finals, which would be the ultimate statement comeback. So here's the prediction. Osaka wins Wuhan. She silences doubts, reminds the world who she is, and sets the stage for a thrilling 2026. So there you have it. 5 bold predictions for October 2025. Caroline Wozniacki to announce her final retirement. Novak Djokovic to win Shanghai. Coco Gauff to hire Goran Ivanisevic. Carlos Alcaraz to withdraw from the Six Kings slam. Naomi Osaka to win Wuhan. Will they all come true? Time will tell. But one thing is certain. The next month of tennis is going to be absolutely explosive. This has been Netrush Report, your home for the rivalries, controversies, and emotional roller coasters that make tennis the most dramatic sport in the world. If you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to like, subscribe, and drop your predictions in the comments below. Who do you think wins Shanghai? Does Wozniacki retire for good? And will Gauff finally get that dream coach? Until next time, stay tuned, stay passionate, and remember, tennis is never just a game.